This is the wonton soup recipe. So what I've got in here is a great load of chicken drumsticks that have been on a slow boil for a couple of hours, making the stock. I need to skim some of that scum off the top. You want a nice clear stock at the end of the cooking there. So that one's nearly done. Over here I've got half a kilo of minced pork in this mixing bowl, and I'm going to add to that an egg, salt, pepper, lots of salt and pepper. The wontons can be a little bit bland if you don't really chuck that stuff in. Some soy sauce, sesame oil, and some chopped spring onions. Right. In goes the egg. Spring onions here. I've done chopped up two of that sort of size there, you know. Two of those. Pop those in. I'm holding the iPhone on the camera, so that's nice to know. A little bit wobbly here, not ideal. Look, I'm going to put the sesame oil in now. There we are, look, sesame oil, a few drops of that. Give a nice bit of flavour. What I didn't mention was I'm going to put a bit of Maggi in as well. This is great stuff, good general sort of purpose flavouring, adds a sort of meaty base to it. And then here's the salt, as I said, bags of salt and pepper. So you need to mix all that together, and then we're just about ready to pop them into the wonton skins. I forgot the soy sauce actually. Oops. Some of this ordinary Kikkoman stuff. Let's open that up, put the lid back on, and a good glug of that too. Okay, fine. Okay, carry on mixing. So there it is, all mixed up. Fairly sort of, look, it's not too gloopy at all, it's quite nice and moist. And then I'm going to put the meat into the wonton wrappers. I've got these from the local Asian shop, 250 gram packet there, and I think that that amount will easily use up all of those with that half kilo of mince, and maybe break into the second packet. Okay. To fill the wonton wrappers, you take one out of the packet, put it in the palm of your hand, then with a teaspoon just put a little bit of meat in the middle, about that much. That's it. And then you fold diagonally like that, and then the same with the other side, and pinch it up to the top, and then just nip the thing around the top of the meat. No need for any egg white or oh dear. That one worked alright. Doesn't normally happen. Okay, we'll reject that. Do another one, proves it does work. But you can't put too much meat in, I think that's the trick. There we go. Don't nip too hard. There we go. Fantastic. And we carry on like that. So there you are, at the end of about 20 minutes, that's the pile of wontons all made. Look, I only broke two in the process, but I've emptied the meat out of those, and you know, you can chuck those into the pot as well. Got a Chinese cabbage here, that'll go into the soup. I'm going to just chop it roughly like that and just chuck it in at the end with some chopped spring onions for a bit of garnish. Okay Trina, we're getting there now. I'm just going to scoop out the chicken from the stock. You know, it's a bit of a shame because there's quite a lot of nice meat here. This costs €7. It's difficult to know what to do with them really after they've been boiled this long. Anyway, you can eat them. It's a bit dull, that's all. So we chuck them in here, into this thing, you know, and then any stock that runs through that sieve we can tip back into the pan. And the main thing now is whack the heat up because we want to get this boiling. And I'm going to chuck in the wontons. Okay, the water's boiling now, so you start to chuck these little wontons into the soup. I've already put some of the cabbage in there, and these fellas can just go in on top. And they take up to about, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes to cook, that's all. I've got some more water on the boil just in case we need to top up the stock a little bit. It's a very rich stock anyway, so it'll take a fair bit of water. So that's all the wontons in there. You can see that it's pretty full, so I'm just going to stick some boiling water in there. Big kettle. Boiling away. Chuck it in. Make sure it's all covered. Perfect. And then towards, you know, after a few minutes I'm going to put in the rest of the Chinese cabbage. Right, we've got a nice rolling boil going on there, and it's time to add in the rest of the Chinese cabbage, which is here. This is the sort of the top half of it, and you don't get those, you know, the thick. I don't know what they are, the middle bits of the leaves anyway, which are quite thick and they require a bit more cooking, so I put those bottom bits in first. And now this stuff is looks quite bulky actually, but I'll chuck that in now, and in no time at all it'll boil right down. It just adds a little bit of pale green colour to the soup and a little bit of texture, and as soon as that's cooked through in a couple of minutes we'll be ready to serve it up. That's it, a couple of minutes later the cabbage is cooked, the wontons are cooked, and we just need to serve it up. We can eat it in front of the telly, we can eat it at the table.
I'd like to eat it in front of the telly, but not if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Oh. Garnish with a little bit of spring onion. Job done. Enjoy.